This boy was the youngest soldier in World War II. Although he was only 6 years old, he had already achieved many victories. He had faced the cruelty of war without fear. Just a few days ago, 6-year-old Sergei was still happy with his family. But the war took everything of Sergei. The whole village was engulfed in flames, only Sergei was able to get out of it. Maybe this is the last time he could see his hometown. Sergei ran away and got lost in the woods. Although he was young, his tenacious nature kept him from panicking. He started looking for food. Thirsty, he drank rainwater on the leaves. Not long after, Sergei escaped from the woods and ran to a river. At that moment, he heard the soldiers talking. Sergei hid behind a tree hole to hide from German soldiers. It wasn't until they left that Sergei dared to go out and pick up their leftovers. In this harsh forest, even adults can hardly survive. Unable to hold on for long, Sergei passed out under a tree. Fortunately, a liberating regiment discovered and saved the boy. They brought the wounded boy back to the camp. Sergei woke up and told the liberators what had happened. The pitiful appearance and obedience made everyone sympathize. Even the famously strict Commander Kuznetsov comforted him. Sergei was taken to the ER where everyone loved him. His innocence and cuteness made everyone less nervous. Sergei was the motivation for soldiers to keep their spirits up. However, the battlefield was not a place for a child. Knowing that Sergei would leave, all soldiers felt regretful. The reconnaissance Andrei, on behalf of everyone, asked for keeping the boy. They promised to take good care of Sergei, because he was the biggest encouragement for all the soldiers. The commander Kuznetsov disagreed, but he was the one who regrets most. When Sergei left, he tried to hold back his tears. Kuznetsov pulled out a wooden gun and gave it to Sergei. Sergei hugged him tightly and said, "I'll wait for you, you will definitely return safely." Even though the time they'd been together was not long, he couldn't forget the boy. Kuznetsov couldn't hold it anymore and spoke. "Do you want to be my son?" "Possible." Kuznetsov finally softened. He decided to keep Sergei and adopted the boy as his adopted child. The soldiers who heard the news were also very happy. They made a small uniform for Sergei. So he officially became a member of this place. Before enjoying the fun, the Luftwaffe dropped bombs. The brutal truth once again crushed Sergei's naive thinking. This is the first time he had seen and understood what war was. Not only did he visit everyone, but he also wanted to contribute something. The old military medic stood by and hugged Sergei tightly and said. He warned him that guns are unintentional, they would not be lenient with anyone. However, Sergei kept the spirit. The boy spent most of his time taking care of wounded soldiers. To help them through their pain, Sergei even sang to them. The song cheered up the spirit as well as the belief in victory. After the bombardment, everything became extremely chaotic. The boy and his father took off the hat, paying respects to those who had heroically sacrificed. As a member of the barracks, Sergei also wanted to contribute. So the boy took the initiative to deliver letters to the soldiers on the battlefield. Every time they saw Sergei, they got very excited, because they all looked forward to news from their loved ones. This time, Sergei called out a soldier's name but got no response. An old soldier hugged him and told Sergei that he had already died. Sergei was very understanding. He took off his hat in memory and left the trench. On the way back, while using binoculars to observe, Sergei spotted a very suspicious point. It looked like something was moving inside. The boy returned to report that he had indeed captured 2 German scouts. He even had great merit in detecting the enemy's signal lines. In the next battles, Sergei risked his life to provide ammunition for soldiers on the battlefield. The old soldier saw it and immediately asked Sergei to leave. But the boy wanted to stay with everyone to fight. For his safety, the old soldier gave him an order immediately. With no other choice, Sergei had to obey military orders. When he returned to the base, he accidentally heard that the communication line was down. Without hesitation, Sergei immediately followed the line. Facing with the rain of bombs and bullets, the boy still did not falter. Sergei successfully found the break and reconnected. On this side, Commander Kuznetsov also understands the problem. After the end of the war, Sergei and his regiment retreated to the rear. Unexpectedly, on the way, they were attacked by the landmines of the target. Sergei looked at his teammates lying on the ground in shock. Not long after resting, Sergei went to the chief of staff to accept the mission. This time it was to check the facilities and equipment of the soldiers. Everyone was happy to see Sergei. The boy immediately gathered everyone together and carefully checked his belongings. Finally, he sent that list to the commander. Having such a child, Kuznetsov felt extremely proud. That night, the enemy once again attacked. Sergei quickly jumped into the bunker. The commander Kuznetsov was trapped in the rubble. Sergei risked his life to save his father. With tireless efforts, Sergei saved his father from escaping. Seeing his beloved father full of wounds, Sergei couldn't hold back his tears. Kuznetsov comforted his son, "Don't cry, men must be strong." The war lasted a few more years before it ended. The formation passed through countless battlefields, but there was still a small figure. For his bravery, Sergei received a medal from the government. The 6-year-old boy became a real soldier today.